Okay, so for the last video of this course, we are going to create our own stylescape. And the example that we are going to use for this class is we are going to create a stylescape to a new brand of barbershop products that wants to look to a gentleman class. Feel free to do your own research, to use the images that you want. In this example, in every stylescape that you are doing, there is no problem at all in using images that you are supposed not to use, like images from Google or images that has copyright. And why is it? Because you are not going to actually use it for your final work, okay? You are just going to use it as an inspiration. So the first step is go right now to Google, to Pinterest, to stock photos, go to the street, take pictures, do whatever you need to get visual references. Once you have all the visual references, you will put everything that you researched, that you took pictures of, in a wide artboard. Every time that you are doing a stylescape, I also recommend you to find a person to represent that stylescape, okay? Here is my artboard right now. It has lots of references of other brands, of other stuff that's not even related to barbershop. For example, here I found interesting those beer cans, this thing that I don't even know what it is, those illustrations, those images of cities and things that could be used as a style for this brand. Those are the colors that's going to be used in this stylescape, okay? This brown, this more natural looking, because it's a gentleman. All barbershops normally have that natural vibe of natural products or products from the nature that wants to relate with nature. So that's why I picked these colors, but it's really up to you what the colors you are going to use and the references that you are going to get. And one more thing before we get started, I strongly recommend you to try to do it outside the computer. If you don't feel comfortable with this, it's okay to make it in the computer like I'm going to do. But if you want, you can just take a piece of paper and start cutting paper, cutting magazines references, poster references, everything that you can get, newspaper references. You can also print images that you get on the internet. So it's up to you if you are going to do it on the computer or in paper, but I strongly recommend you, for the experience that you are going to get, to do it in paper. If you're just starting in graphic design, probably it's going to be hard for you to do it in Illustrator like I am doing, but you can actually do as the old designers used to do, by cutting, gluing things, and drawing and whatever you need, and you feel that's going to add something to your design, okay? So jumping back to the computer, the first thing that I want to do is to make this artboard here with the same color, the same secondary color that I use for this layout, okay? Then I like to put the James Bond here more or less in the right place. I already pre-cutted it on Photoshop, so you wasn't obliged to see all the process of cutting him out of the background. I will let this file in the research folder, okay, so you can use it if you want to, but again, I extremely recommend you to do your own research and to search for your own references, okay? Now what we are going to do is we are going to place all these elements on the artboard, so the client can choose between this and the other possible stylescapes that you are going to present him, okay? And after placing everything here, this is all the information that I got, you'll get something more or less like this. It's a little bit too crowded, but there is no problem because all these parts can be considered texturing, and each one of these individual images has its own white spaces, so there's no problem to be so crowded, okay? It's a compilation of many references that we are using to to get our final product or our final design. Okay, I'm going to show here to you. Okay, so in this part I just put the packaging that I was using as reference. Okay, and then not really centered, but centered with the part of the images. I put the guy, I put James Bond, so he's the kind of gentleman that's going to use this brand. Okay, and here I use the references of packaging, and in this part I put the references of the style of the person, a wild person, a person that's a gentleman that likes cars and motorcycles and to travel through cities. Here I made some experimentations with combinations of fonts and typefaces. And in this part I made an experiment with possible graphical elements that can add a uniqueness to the brand. Okay, and this is it for this course. Okay, I really hope that I received some of your stylescapes. I really would love to see the result of everything that I teach you throughout this course. Thank you for being with me. My name is Lucas, and see you in the next course.